watch an anime about a group of delinquent orphans and one that has daddy issues who decided to rob a bank to try to save their orphanage but ended up being framed for murder and then sent to a weird looking prison world where there's weird purple monsters for some reason don't die from bullets but for some reason can be easily killed with blades? Do you want to watch a guy that has swords coming out of himself like a blowfish? Well, we have the anime just for you.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Christina.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to Average Anime Reviews, where we get to be reviewing some of our favorite animes that we have watched in the previous season. Now, before I get started, just so you guys know, there's going to be a few spoilers here and there in this review, so please take some precaution. And for this week's anime review, I get to be reviewing with Chris, and that is called Bloodivores, or Bloodivores. So basically with Bloodivores, this takes place in your modern everyday life, and it turns out these four friends are being put in a situation after a bank robbery and basically being sentenced for a death penalty. Turns out they're being transported to a very different world where basically it's every man for themselves. So it turns out basically with the storylines, it talks about a lot of what happened in the past. And basically years ago, it turns out that there's some kind of insomnia problems, and basically the government was trying to cure it. However, when they came up with the cure, turns out there was one problem. Turns out that cure itself contained a side effect, and basically it kind of created some kind of very horrible outbreak where basically some of the people got turned into some kind of very strange looking vampires or bloodivores. And now with that, it turns out with the storyline, it doesn't really go more into detail about it, and that's really what I hate. Basically in the beginning, you can see these four friends can get along with each other because basically they knew each other in the past prior to the beginning of the series. Now basically when they got a death sentence from the court and being transported to their prison, I would say, or some kind of panopticon, basically there were monsters and it became some kind of battle royal, like the movie, or the Hunger Games. While the main characters are dealing up with their own problems in their own sanctuary slash panopticon, basically the police officers back in the main world are trying to figure out what's going on with that case. So they went off to do some investigating for themselves. Unfortunately, has caused them to have a bit of run-ins and have basically a target on their back. Basically, all this mess that the Bloodivores have been having, especially for modern day people, this is all thanks to BST. BST is also known as Bureau of Special Threat Management, and basically they're pretty much responsible for this whole mess. So if you have anyone to blame, blame it on them and not the main characters, even though they are technically having their own problems. Thanks to the BST is thanks to them that unfortunately the only way to classify a Bloodivore in day-to-day life is having this weird monitor, kind of like this house arrest necklace on their neck. And if anything happens to them, like being deranged in the episodes, well, basically they're, well, executed and nothing more. This is based off an online Chinese comic book. Basically, all the characters' names are Chinese, just so you guys know. And the first main character is Mi Lu. Now with this anime, it's mainly focused on him. He is known as the child of hopes at the age of 5. Basically, he was born human. He was like everyone else. But thanks to the cure by the project that has been provided by his parents, he has basically turned to a hybrid. So he's basically half human, half bloodivore. But in the anime, it turns out that you can see very evidently that he also has feelings for Angie. Turns out that she is the friend and confidant of Milu. She also has feelings for Milu as well. So it's very nice to see a couple, some of a kind of couple, being together on the anime. She's very kind, she's caring. She can be a bit stubborn, especially when she doesn't want to leave without Milu. And it's kind of like one of my negative aspects of the anime. Turns out she can be quite annoying at times.
Overall, in my opinions, the anime is not the best. It's watchable. It has a lot of issues with it, just mainly with the layout of it. It's fine that they started off that all these characters already know each other, the main four, which I mean. That's no problem, but the problem is that they added stuff and not added stuff that's needed. For example, there's one subplot where there's an officer that's trying to investigate what happened to these inmates, because these four characters are not the only four characters that are sent to this weird world of Aori, and this officer wants to know why or where these inmates are going, because every inmate that's sentenced to death would abruptly disappear or get killed, supposedly before their death sentence. He found it very strange, so he decided to go investigate it for himself, but when he investigates this, the BST comes in and tries to assassinate him. And that's pretty much it. And I felt that part felt completely unnecessary for it. And also, just going more in depth with the Bloodivores, I felt that they could have fleshed out the story and explanation about them a little bit more, especially with the Heromancers. The way they show these Heromancers, it feels like you're already supposed to know who they are. Like, oh, these are Bloodivores that also have superpowers. Like, what? Like, can you explain that a little bit more? I thought that part was a little bit weird. I thought that this anime was okay. They should have fleshed it out a little bit more. But if they're making a season 2, I could understand why they don't want to explain a whole lot. But if it's just the first of what they're showing, then I feel like that's not very good. Would I recommend this anime to you? Well, if you've seen the movie Battle Royale or maybe Hunger Games, I guess, it's kind of like that, but with prison inmates, and they have these weird monsters, which is another issue that I had. They introduced these monsters that are big and purple. They kind of look like that one character, or one monster I mean, from Ben 10. I'll put a picture right here with what I mean. There's also dragons that they didn't explain. Like, they don't explain what the hell these things are.
And I agree with Chris. Even though it's a very interesting anime to watch, it just needs a lot more explanation, and that could have been more enjoyable for me. If you guys enjoyed the action involving vampires, survival, and all kinds of great funny stuff, then this is the one for you. And overall, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Overall, everyone, what did you guys think? If you guys really loved this anime review, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to read more about the synopsis and more about the characters in depth, I'll be sure to leave the link down below, as well as a written anime review written by me. And plus, if you guys want to see Bloodivores for yourself, I promise to leave the link down below in the description as well. And overall, everyone, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time at the next Average Anime Review. Take care! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this week's Average Anime Review. If you guys really enjoyed this week's anime review, then click that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more anime reviews, then click that subscribe button down below. If you guys are new and want to see more anime reviews that we've done in the past, then click on the links on the left. And once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great day and take care.